There we go.
All right, everybody. Welcome to Dumb Investing. That guy over there is Harry.
That guy that's Lloyd is about to do a little bit of dumb market commentary today.
Yes, we are. The weekly show of everything dumb and what we think of the markets and how dumb the markets are.
Today,
All right. So what's
today,
going on?
We're talking about markets hitting all-time highs. We're talking about Jay Powell and we're talking taper talks. We're talking interest rates. We're talking crypto. We're talking Tesla. We're talking generally about the markets. And we also have a bill that is trying to get passed. Some sort of infrastructure and stuff.
Oh, dude. Okay, let's start with that. And you cut me off in a minute because, man, do I have a rant on that. So the message, plain and clear, Dems, you suck. You're not getting anything done. We're sick of it. We're going to kick your asses out. So get to work. We just kicked your ass in Virginia, and we kicked it in New Jersey. So deal with it. Start getting some work done. Real people in America need some shit to happen. That's what America just said. We're sick of them lollygagging. We're sick of their social crap. We want bridges. We want roads. That's what we're ready for. And we're going to kick them all out. They don't get their shit together. How was that? Done
Not
deal?
bad. So
Not bad, huh?
How are we going to pay for that? And I've got an idea. And it kind of came up in our last, right at the very end of our last market commentary. And it had something to do about taxing unearned revenues.
Oh, no, that's bullshit right there. That is some bullshit. We are not going to pay for it. And luckily, Manchin is standing up for everybody. We already have taxes to pay for this stuff. Maybe we need to stop spending so much on all the other shit, right? We have taxes. We got fuel taxes. We've got all these taxes. We can pay for that stuff. We're doing great. We had record tax revenues. We're setting records. We've never collected so much. And corporations are going to start paying a little bit more. I mean, that's what it sounds like, you know. And they're not going to be able to run over to Ireland anymore and live tax-free. And so, yeah, Facebook or whatever the hell their new name is. What are they now? Meta. The metaverse. But
Yeah,
you know what's weird?
Interesting.
I was watching TV tonight. They're still Facebook commercials. They're not Meta commercials.
For sure. So Facebook, the brand is
Oh no. So Facebook is still a thing, but Meta's like the parent company, like Alphabet to Google.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah. That's exactly.
It'll take me a while to.
Yeah. So Facebook's no longer Facebook. The app is still a
Facebook is still a thing, but
right.
Meta is the mother.
That's right. Yeah.
Mother.
So
okay.
that's how that's
cool.
going to work. So the one thing that's been hot in the debate of late is taxing the ultra rich, but basically by taxing unearned revenues. So people like someone like Elon Musk, who made over the last week has made 20, 30, 50 billion dollars in his share options. What the government is talking about doing. Mm-hmm.
Can I stop and ask a question?
Yes.
So when you said he made 50 whatever, did he actually put it in his pocket so he's got some spending money, some walking around money?
He ain't got
so he
no
didn't
cash.
really make any money.
Right.
His wealth increased.
Correct.
But he didn't.
Potentially. It doesn't really increase. It's only an increase for now. If Tesla goes back down.
So let's talk this through. Mr. Ticker, you bought yourself a rental house this year.
I did.
Let's just say for talking, it's worth $200,000. And next year, it's worth $210,000. Now, everybody out there in internet land, if you think we should tax Terry or Harry on his $10,000, raise your hand. That's what's being pushed through right now, is they think because Harry made some money, $10,000, because the value of his house increased, he should be taxed on that $10,000.
Where am I going to get the tax money to pay that bill?
Oh, you made $10,000. You can afford some of that.
I don't have cash to pay it. So here's the thing. Here's the problem. If this thing goes through, like someone like Elon Musk, if he gets a tax bill where he's got to pay. Well, thankfully, he moved to Texas, so he doesn't have to pay 53% taxes yearly. He can be at the whatever 40% tax rate. So if he made $50 billion over the last week, he's got to pay, what's that, $20 billion in taxes. For him to pay, one thing I know is that Elon Musk does not have $20 billion in the bank account. So if he's got a tax bill coming at the end of the year for $20 billion, he has to liquidate Tesla stock. What happens when there are a whole bunch of sellers in the market?
Price goes down. Now, let me flip the tables. What
Please.
if Tesla stock went to 600 and he lost 50 billion? Is Uncle Sam going to write him a check? How does that work?
They have to.
This is by far the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Agreed. Absolutely ludicrous. There is
anybody that's listening to this, I want you to think about your life. That if you had your wealth increase, but you didn't put money in your pocket, but Uncle Sam is digging in that pocket to get money out, how is that going to affect you?
I've got a 2014 truck that 3 years ago was worth $18,000. Right now, it's worth $30,000.
You should be giving some money to the government. That's all there is to it.
Where am I going to get the money?
Well, you're a rich guy. You rich guys always have money.
Just because I got an old 2014 truck and nobody can get trucks right now? They think I got the money to be able to pay? And get real. This is the absolute lunacy. It's just so harebrained, left-wing bullshit. It's just unbelievable how anybody could ever think this would be a good idea.
And if this actually happens, what it does is it says, we're going to punish the crap out of you if you try to make things better. And I guarantee you there's a whole bunch of people who are not going to work their asses off trying to change the world if they're just going to get punished to do it.
Right.
It's
100%.
Crazy.
You think Elon's going to go and say, hey, yeah, you know that new really cool thing that we're about to roll out that would probably send the stock absolutely flying? Let's hold off on that. We're going to stifle innovation. We're going to stifle capitalism. We're going to stifle growth. We're going to stifle absolutely everything in the entire market, and we'll just go stagnant. Nothing will get better. Nothing will change, and we'll just get shittier every year because of it. Because if you're not growing, you're dying.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Absolutely ridiculous.
All right.
If that ever gets close to going through, I'm going to lose my absolute mind.
And you guys, we're dead serious. This is real important stuff. This is actually happening. There are people who think the rich are the enemy and we should punish everybody that's successful. It's just nuts. And it will push down to regular people like all of us that we talk all day long. We made $6 today in the market. What if we had to pay 20% tax on that? We would have to sell one of our stocks to pay our tax. I mean, it's just crazy. And that's what they're talking about. They're talking about, hey, you shouldn't be smart. You shouldn't try to better yourself because you should pay some of that to Uncle Sam. It's ridiculous. All right, new topic. You ready or you want to keep going on this?
I got to move on.
I know. This could get really dark, huh? What are we moving to? We going to move on to J-Pow?
Well, okay. So we'll move on to J-Pow. J-Pow is Jay Powell. Jerome
or what
Powell
did you want to move on to? Because I'm cool with anything.
We can work it this way. It's totally fine.
Okay.
Jerome Powell was out today, and he came out and finally said, today, folks, today's the day. Today is the day we announced the taper. And the markets this morning were pretty flat. I mean,
kind of
a little bit ups and down, and just not a whole lot of volume going on. So J-Pow came out at, I think, about 2:30 Eastern time. He
Something
popped
like
up on
that,
YouTube, and he started talking. And his minutes and notes and stuff were released at at 2:00 Eastern time. So the market had a little bit of time to digest and see what was going on. But as the market, or the people within the market, read his report, they saw that J-Pow is now officially announced a tapering. So what that tapering means is that and I use that term throughout North America.
Collectively,
I speak as a USian today. We are going to stop spending 120.
Whoa. We're not stopping. We're just tapering.
We are tapering. I was going to say we're stopping the spending of $120 billion a month and reducing that to $105 billion next month. And the month after that, we're going to be $90 billion. And the month after that, we're going to be $75 billion. And we're going to work our way the tapering by securities, mortgage, and mortgage-backed securities.
Yes.
And we're going to officially stop the money printer in and about June, it sounds like.
Something like that, if the economy allows us to do so.
Mm-hmm.
And the major thing they're going to be watching is jobs, but you don't tell me what I'm going to, because I measure certain stuff. That was awesome.
So once J-Pow was in there talking officially, the market said, guess what? Another factor of FUD
disappeared. And there were people who were afraid it's going to be a lot bigger. There were people who were afraid it's not going to happen at all. And it came in right at the sweet spot. And it lets everybody know, hey, this is kind of what we were hoping. It's one more thing that's taken off the, I don't know what's going to happen. Now we at least know we can plan. There's less fear. There's less unknown. We can make plans now. It's awesome. The market loved it.
Yeah, absolutely. So
now, so it went up today. But usually the day after the Fed, the market is down. So I wonder what's going to happen tomorrow, because normal play is it's down. There's this big euphoria, and then everybody's kind of like digest, but then it goes up. So we'll see what happens tomorrow.
Yeah, and that could be. I was checking a bit after hours, and generally it looked like after hours was trading green, but and that could just be that we know what's going to happen for the next 8 months. We know that the tapering is happening, and then after that, the next catalyst right up until then is going to be talking about interest rates after that. So that's going to be when things start getting a little dicey. But for the rest of 2021, all full steam ahead. I think we've got jobs later this week, and that's kind of the last catalyst for the month, or negative potential catalyst for the month. So we could see just a continuous rally right up till the end of the year. It's been pretty good.
Yep. And that's what people are thinking, is that there is so much cash that has been sitting on the sidelines. Households have been hoarding cash because of fear of unknown, not knowing what's going to happen. Are we going to have enough money to buy our turkey at Thanksgiving? All that kind of stuff. And so now there's a little bit less fear in the system, because people are kind of like, hey, man, if I want a job, there's a job out there, and the market's okay. It doesn't sound like interest rates are going to go screaming tomorrow. What happens when interest rates go screaming? For anybody that wants to do some homework, go back and look at the Carter administration in the late 70s. And my parents had an 18% home mortgage. And so as rates go up, it makes housing less affordable, which means rents go up and you don't have as much spending money. So that's not happening yet. And that's one of the ways that they cool the economy. If it gets too hot, because you don't want a Venezuela, you don't want to be taking a wheelbarrow full of your dollars to go buy a loaf of bread.
Right. Without a doubt. And I think they're going to take a very metered approach to this. We'll be talking about probably 0.25%, per quarter kind of thing. And everything will just be done in incremental steps. So,
and he said that they were going to give a lot of notice. It's not going to be a surprise. Everybody will know when it's coming.
Yeah, so we've been doing this for a while, and we were talking about the tapering, and then we started talking about the tapering, and now we're tapering. So we've had a good 6 months notice to have this
digest
in the market. Yeah, absolutely. And then with that, as just because, or I guess the only other thing that could really turn the market on its head would be if Mr. Biden elects or appoints someone other than Jay Powell for the head of the Fed Reserve in February.
Yep. We would have everybody running for the exits till we figured out who it was and what their policies are going to be.
That would be an absolute catastrophe.
Totally.
So if that were to happen,
20% correction?
I wouldn't put anything past Biden, but my goodness, that would just be, it kind of goes back to that insanity talk we were having earlier. But since Jay Powell is doing what we want and the markets are digging it, we're expecting that Jay Powell is going to stay in there. And with that,
not if Elizabeth Warren has her way. He is an evil man. He is a dangerous man.
Yeah. But the markets seem to be totally okay with Jay Powell, and there's a lot of money back in the market. So the indices today hit
a lot of retirement funds in the market.
Yeah, I only need 25 or so more years of Jay Powell. So Jay Powell, hope you're eating your peas and carrots.
Man, yeah, I don't know if you're going to get 25 years out of him. Although Bernanke's still kicking around here and there. He's still doing talks and stuff. That was another fun one to have. All right, what else we got to talk about? Tesla stock. What is going on with Tesla stock?
Tesla stock, to the moon. Tesla, unbelievable. So since we last talked, I think we had the Hertz deal, or did that happen that day?
I think it happened that day, but did we have a Hertz deal? It depends on whose tweets you're reading.
Well, if you ask Elon, there's no formal contract in the Hertz deal. So what the market is, no, not what the market is, but what people are tweeting about is kind of funny. It's like, man, I would sure hate to be that Hertz worker going through and buying one Model 3 at a time, going click, 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 click to get to 100,000.
So according to my little account here, Tesla is at an all-time high today.
Mm-hmm.
At $12.15.39, and it's now
$1,200.
Well, after hours, it's up to $12.17. Oh,
so when we first started doing this show, whatever.
Oh my gosh!
Ago, Tesla was at. There were days where Tesla was 550.
I was going to say in the fives is where my first buy-in was.
580. That was pretty low, but 580. It rolled through the sixes, stayed there for a little while. Sevens went up to 780 or something, and then came crashing down into the sixes and mid sixes.
Yep.
So if you were fortunate enough to buy Tesla along the way, congratulations! You almost just doubled your money.
So some of the lunch crowd, we go out to lunch 2 days a week at the 9 to 5, right? And we all happen to be, part-time silly investors. And so we talk, right? And I'm the only one that carries Tesla. So I got to pull up my little thing today because today was lunch. And my Tesla was up 76.2%. So yeah. That was a fun talk to have today. And then I showed him some Shiba. Mm-hmm. You know what my Shiba is at? 500. Oh no! Where'd you go, dude? We lost Harry. All right. Well, we're gonna keep talking, and we will see if he comes back to join us. If not, this will be a fairly short market commentary because I got nobody to bounce my stuff off to unless y'all start putting some comments in the thing, and we can go and read some comments. Oh, here he is. Oh,
just stopped working.
I don't know. He disappeared. We had a good talk though while you were gone. But
For a second?
yeah. So
She was at what, 76 cents or 60 something cents today? And
I don't know.
mean, divided by 1,000.
I'm up like 50%. That was fun just to talk to, right? 500%. The guys with the knowledge are saying that in the next 2 weeks, SHIB is facing some sort of a dilemma that if they get past it and stay market cap above Dogecoin, then they're going to continue to grow because it shows some sustainability to some whales that are going to come in. I don't know. It's hard to listen to all those people that talk about it.
I don't care. I just, you know what? What did we talk about last time? I mean, if you want to go in on some of these altcoins, there's a 60 to probably 90% chance you're going to just lose all your money. There's a 10% chance that might make a few $100. I mean, there was the talk of the $8,400 that went into SHIB early on that is now worth $5.4 billion. Great.
But who in their right mind has $8,000 to throw at a completely... There are 150 altcoins. You going to throw $8,000 at 150 coins? You got that kind of bank? No. Hoping one of them hits it out of the park?
I mean not unless you need the write-off because the government is going to come take it.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you're... Oh, I got a rumor to talk about. Where did this come up? Elon Musk is the CEO of Dogecoin?
Okay. I don't know where this... What? Did they actually say that?
Somebody did. I don't remember where or when I heard it.
I saw it on Twitter, and I think the creator of Dogecoin came out and said, I don't know, he was going to take off or whatever, and he was like, I need to create another fake. Who are we going to name the new fake CEO of Dogecoin? And Musk, I think, tweeted back, me.
Oh, so it's kind of a Mamie kind of funny.
I mean, yeah. Did you hear about, since we're on crypto talk, did you hear about Squid?
So I heard that there was a Squid coin created and it grew 2,800% in 2 weeks, and then it crashed 3,500 or something like that. I heard it was this flash in the pan and it's gone. It like disappeared now.
Yeah, I don't know all the details, but ultimately it sounded like just a big, not even a Ponzi scheme, just basically it was created as like because it was based on the Squid Games Netflix series, which I haven't watched yet, but
it's a good series.
Pretty good. Yeah. So
don't watch it with the kids.
Oh,
yeah, you don't want the kids to see that.
So apparently they made the Squid coin, and then they called it a heist. It was a crypto heist. So they created the Squid Game coin, put it out there. People bought it because, of course, they've got hype on Squid
Why
Games.
not? Hype it up,
meme it up, and momentum, right?
Yep.
So all the way it goes, and then somebody just goes, boom, takes it all. It was a full-on
and just
heist.
shuts it off.
Yeah, somebody that could have invested $1 million thinking that they were going to get to $1 trillion, they lost everything. Gone.
And this is the problem with momentum. People read it on Reddit. They see it in a tweet. Some stupid TikToker says it, and they don't do their homework. They just say, I want to jump on the next thing before it's a thing. I'm just going to throw all my money in. And people are realizing it's so much easier to do that than to call you all day long about your car's warranty.
That's so true. But the one little bit of advice, and definitely not financial advice because it's only for entertainment purposes only, do not ever invest anything that you are not willing to lose.
For sure.
There's safer investments, and then like cryptos like that, especially the altcoins. I mean, you're talking risk level, like it goes off the charts.
Well, if you want a safe investment, you guys watch the other channel. You see us when we click a municipal bond that hasn't changed in 7 years. That's safe. Put your stupid money in there and watch it do nothing for 7 years. Oh my God.
Or you could just leave it in the bank and watch it do nothing to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Equally as, yeah. Anyways.
All right. What else is a hot topic? What else do we talk about this week? You had a list, right? Did we go through your list?
Yeah. Interest rates.
Oh.
Did we talk about interest rates? Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we kind of did.
Rates in the taper.
June. Yeah. Do we want to go in a little bit more about infrastructure and the Dems getting their butts kicked, or just leave politics out of this and we'll cover it later?
This is what this channel is for. I mean,
Okay.
this part is for getting fired up.
Big message.
Having Lloyd swear at everybody.
I know, and I'm so sorry, but I get so fired up, right? So, 2 states yesterday, Virginia and New Jersey. Both of them carried Biden huge in the last election. So the Dems thought, we got this in the box. We're awesome. Republicans won. New Jersey is an amazing story. Dude running for governor has spent $153 on his campaign.
I saw that pop up.
Ex-truck driver, hasn't done anything. They are neck and neck. They're still, I don't know if it's been called yet or not, but the last time I checked, they were still counting. They were within a couple hundred of votes. I mean, it's just crazy. So it's the voice of America saying, look at you guys. The swamp is back and we're sick of it. We want something to happen. Here's what we want. We want the real stuff. We want bridges, highways. We want all that kind of infrastructure. We're dying for it. Quit farting around. Get something done. Do your damn job or we're kicking you out. Pow! Loving it. I love it.
You know what else? One more thing to talk about.
Yeah.
This weekend, there was, again, it was on Twitter. Apparently, I got a lot of my information on Twitter, so it must be true. But
I am so glad I don't have it. I don't Twitter.
Somebody tweeted at Elon Musk this weekend, and they said, Elon, it will only take $6 billion to cure world hunger.
For a day? For a week?
Yep. World hunger solved.
Solved. With how much?
Solved. $6 billion. So, you know,
I would like them to show their work. That doesn't make any sense.
Elon replied and said, if you can provide me with a plan where $6 billion will cure world hunger, I will sell 20%, I think it was 20%, of my Tesla stock and give you $6 billion. Just like that. Just give me the plan, he said. If
That's
you've got
awesome.
to figure it out, I will give you $6 billion.
He is such a gangster. I love that guy. But did you hear about his SpaceX?
What?
The toilets broke and they got to wear diapers.
No.
Yeah, when they bring the astronauts back, they got to put on diapers because the toilet ain't going to be working on the ride home.
No way. I missed the launch.
I don't know. They sent some people up to the space station. I know I missed it too.
So
anyway, sorry for that tangent. I just thought that was a funny headline I heard today.
People in charge, but I don't think Elon's in charge of the toilets. But I bet you he's going to have some input about that, or some output. I don't know, but he's going to output all over them for the toilets not working.
The problem. Let's get to the truth of the matter. The problem with world hunger is that there's not enough democracies. And there's a whole lot of evil in the world.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot to unpack.
I mean, you can't just send money and corn and whatever to people.
Right.
It doesn't work. There's warlords, there's dictatorships, there's all this evil in the world that keeps those people that way. We would need great big armies and a whole lot of guns, and those people don't want to hear anything like that because you need democracies. You need people who are saying, hey, man, if we're in a bad shape, we need a leader that's going to help us be better. I don't know. I'll get off my soapbox. I'm sorry. So unless Elon wants to create, but dude, he does have the resources. He could probably create some awesome weapons and go and just rip some shit up. Well, think of their flame gun, right? I mean, that thing is badass.
Right. What was that again? Was that from the Boring Company?
That was from the Boring Company. Yeah.
Okay. That thing is pretty cool. I mean, I would like that to clean off my driveway in the wintertime. Pretty awesome.
No doubt.
So I did get an update on the Elon $6 billion project for curing hunger today.
Okay.
Nobody responded. Nobody.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
They didn't have a plan.
They didn't have the plan.
Just throw
Weird.
money at it. That solves everything.
That's what we do.
We've been doing that for
Imagine if we actually had a capitalist style
Hundreds.
government where they were actually held accountable for what they did and the money they spent and the time that they used. My goodness, it would
Imagine that.
Yeah,
I know.
all kinds of
It's
things.
crazy.
All kinds of things. But speaking of weapons, we go on a lot of tangents here. We get a lot done here.
We do. It's awesome. We're all over.
China is on pace to have thousands of nuclear warheads by I forget what the date was, 2030.
And they can launch them
2025.
all the way around the world.
Hypersonic.
Hypersonically. Remote controlled.
That's kind of a big problem.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
And China also announced that they're going to do 150 nuclear reactors over the next 10 years or something, 8 years.
And they kind of want Taiwan back too. So yeah, things could get a little sticky.
So they've got all the nukes, they've got all the power, they've got all the army,
And they have all the money.
and we're sitting here shutting off all of our energy, taxing everything.
Yep.
There was some summit this week where our fearless idiot was over there saying that our methane emissions in Canada are stopping today. We're capped. Today we're capped. Tomorrow we're going to be better. And we're going to reduce it the next day and the next day and the next day. And we're going to get down to zero.
So you guys are going to put a cap on your volcanoes and stuff or what?
I don't think we have any volcanoes. But we're going to put plugs in the cows' buttholes for sure. We have to, right? Well,
I don't know.
What else are we going to do?
Well, what about all the methane that you create?
Blaming the cows. See? Told you.
I know. Don't you create methane
No, not
every
me.
day?
Other people, maybe.
Well,
Not me.
Pretty sure everybody does. Everybody farts. That's just a fact of life. I don't care who you say you are. We've heard you walk down the hall and to go crop dusting. That's just all there is to it.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty unbelievable.
So how is he going to control your methane, Mr. Ticker?
Oh, I don't know. He'll just tax me.
And that'll control it?
Well, I mean, that's
So is he going to put some
solution to
sensors
everything.
up there and say, well, you eat chili dogs more than you should, and you're creating more methane, so I'm going to tax you on your chili dogs?
And maybe they'll just take beans off the shelf at the supermarket.
We should just do that. Yeah.
It's problem solved.
These people are idiots.
It's absolutely asinine to think that they can solve all of these emissions without having a plan. You have to put infrastructure in place before you can just cut off resources. It just doesn't work.
Yep.
Stupid.
It's going to be a lot of cold nights.
I don't know how I'm going to heat my house.
Not with methane.
Well, I got natural gas, but
Yeah, but that creates methane when you're an evil person, Ticker.
I'm evil. I know.
I know.
I know. I'm a consumer. That's the thing that North America doesn't really understand anymore. We are consumers. We need to consume to help other economies.
You know, we used to build stuff. There was a
Uh-huh.
day when we built stuff. And we're so dumb to let the rest of the world do it. And we just shovel money at them so that they can build more nukes and more boats. And we're just so dumb.
That's a fact.
Yep.
And probably a good one to leave you tonight.
Oh, bad. We're not going to leave on a bad note like that. We got to leave on a good note.
What?
What's something good
You
we
don't
can
want to
talk
call
about?
people dumb and leave? I kind of do.
I mean, I don't mind doing it, but
That's what happens when the Dems get in there.
All right.
Silly left.
they're all dumb.
bullshit.
Left-wing bullshit. We're leaving on that note. Everybody have a great week. We will see you next week.